Okay, here's the second televised FA Cup match of the weekend, and I think a really big shock. Millwall have beaten Everton 3-2 at home at the Den. Very interesting game. The weather is and has been horrific all day. Heavy rain, strong winds. Temperatures have dropped a little bit from where they were this morning. Let's have a look at the game, shall we? There's a lot to talk about. But Richarlison opened the scoring, and it was a very dour first half on quality. The weather was horrific. The pitch was a mud bath in places. It was Everton's first shot on goal. It took them 43 minutes to actually register a shot on goal. And yes, the Millwall goalkeeper could have done better, and that was some really poor goalkeeping. I'm really surprised then that Everton didn't take more advantage of the slippery conditions with taking shots on. It took them 43 minutes to register a shot on goal. Thing is, Millwall go down the other end after the kick-off, free kick given away, and all three of Millwall's goals came from set play. And Lee Gregory wins the second ball and puts it in the back of the net. Really shoddy defending from Everton, which is a theme throughout this game. And they equalise on the stroke of half time and added time on 46 minutes. There was added time at the end of the first half. Neither side really deserved to score in the game at this point. It was very, very poor. Not enough chances being created. And this is a theme going into the second half as well, as the lack of shots on goal. The weather goes in patches of light rain to really, we're talking torrential downpours. Cenk Tosun is brought on, and he scores very, very quickly. He scores on Everton's second shot on target on 71 minutes. Again, though, this is the problem. Everton not getting enough shots on target. They are the Premier League side. They put a very strong team out, and they just weren't creating opportunities. Even if there were scrappy opportunities, not enough being created. And every time Millwall got a free kick or a corner, Jordan Pickford looked nervous in net. The back four didn't look comfortable. There was a clear lack of communication and confidence between the goalkeeper and his defence, because Jake Cooper. Now, yes, the Jake Cooper goal was 74 minutes. I'm going to talk about this in great detail. Cooper's goal was handball, yes. Should have been given as handball, should not have stood. However, the FA decided that this was one of the games VAR would not be used at. Yeah. But even had Jake Cooper not handled it, I think it would have hit him in the chest or the back, bounced at his feet, and he would have had an easy tap in, because the Everton defending was non-existent, but it should not have stood. And the Everton players went up to chased the referee to the halfway line. Yeah, oh yes, chased the referee halfway up the pitch, still giving the verbals, and I believe 2 Everton players were booked for dissent. Now, this is the second game of the televised games in a row out of the 3 to have a VAR controversy, because it wasn't being used. Last night in the Arsenal-Man United game, there was the alleged headbutt between Rashford and Kolasinac, and Lingard's reaction. VAR was used. Apparently that wasn't a red card offence. Today, a deliberate handball in the box, because there was a movement of the arm. I'm not going to try and sugarcoat it. No VAR. So VAR is still a talking point and is not going away. The thing is, Everton only had one more shot after that, their third shot on target later on. Now, yes, the heavy pitch, it was a mud bath in places. The rain was incessant. However, again, Millwall decided to be more positive than Everton. Everton were just holding on for the draw. They obviously weren't interested in getting a third, which they should have done, and they should, because the Millwall goalkeeper himself, I forget his name, he didn't look 100%. I'm not going to lie, their first goal was sloppy, and he could have done more with Cenk Tosun's goal as well. So they could have targeted the fact that the conditions were slippery, they were heavy underfoot. Everton not having enough going forward. Murray Wallace, this goal, very similar to the other two. Everton, sloppy free kick to give away at added time. Millwall had made some positive substitutions, still going for that third goal. And Murray Wallace, the second centre-back of the day, to lumber forward because Jake Cooper's got a goal. Murray Wallace lumbers forward for a corner and fully deserves to score it. Again, Everton's defending, there wasn't any. Marco Silva's got to look at his defence and go, Christ. Jordan Pickford comes for the cross and then backs away. I do not understand Jordan Pickford. He comes to the edge of his 6-yard box before the ball. He's come out. As soon as the ball is struck, he retreats back on his goal line and then gives up the space in the 18-yard box to the Millwall players, who clearly are attacking the ball. They are a good set piece side. They get a lot of goals from set pieces. And the Everton defenders have seen their goalkeeper retreat. They're now on the back foot. Had Pickford been more confident coming forward, the defence is going to be more confident, plain and simple. And Millwall fully deserve to get the third because they showed more attacking intent in poor conditions. I'm not going to lie, the conditions were absolutely dreadful. Not going to lie at all. But the fact that Millwall was showing, even they didn't want to replay, they wanted to win. And this is the 5th Premier League team in a row to go to the Den and lose. The fact that, yes, Everton had only 3 shots entirety of the game. Richarlison was actually, for me, I think Everton's best player. He was chugging up and down the touchline and up and down the middle of the park all day. He was getting stuck in. He's much maligned at times, not scoring enough. But he worked hard all day. But not enough of the Everton players put a shift in. I'm surprised they brought on Walcott as late as they did. I think about 10 minutes left. Bernard was left out. I think you needed some creativity as well. Yes, the conditions were terrible, but there was not enough creativity on the pitch to make space on a difficult pitch. If Bernard had been brought on, the heavy pitch was taking its toll on both sides. That extra pace and creativity would have caused a nightmare for defenders of Millwall. Wasn't done. Marco Silva tactically has made a mistake there, but too many of these Premier League players don't play on pitches like this anymore. This was reminding me of a pitch from the mid-90s. Premier League pitches in the 90s looked like this. Too many of these Premier League players don't play on pitches like this. They have no idea how to play on pitches like this. They're mollycoddled. They expect these hybrid pitches. Millwall have no money. They are making a loss. They are losing money. They can't afford a hybrid pitch to be relayed. No. And the FA won't help them. And the heavy pitch has contributed to Everton's downfall because they didn't adapt to it, because they don't know how to. This is why I love the FA Cup, because the little man can win. Not that I'm a fan of Millwall. I mean, I don't like Millwall at all, but I don't like Everton either. This was, as a neutral, the skill level was low, but the intensity level and the carnage was a neutral's. I was salivating watching this as a neutral. It was brilliant to watch. And Millwall fully deserved to go through because, yes, they adapted to the conditions, the driving rain and the wind, but also it's their pitch. They know all the little, nuances about that surface. It is a poor surface. They know that. They've adapted their game to suit the conditions. Everton didn't. Everton deservedly lose. Firstly, they just did 3 shots on target in the entire game. When the Millwall goalkeeper made a mess the first one, not good enough. And it took 43 minutes for them to take a pot shot. Just get shots on target. It was slippy. Pickford looked all over the place organising his defence today. How he's still England #1, only Gareth Southgate knows. But there we go, that's my review of it. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Place your thoughts below, and I will have some more videos for you soon.